Okay. So today we're going to continue surface area with pyramids and cones. Okay. All right, so pyramid is still a polyhedron. It's a three-dimensional shape made out of polygons. The lateral faces in a pyramid are not totally vertical. They're semi-vertical because they're going up towards the apex. But they are always going to be triangles. In a prism, they were always rectangles. In a pyramid, the lateral faces will always be triangles. That blue one there identifies two different types of heights that are in a pyramid. The standard height, which I like to call the vertical height so I remember, is the actual height of the pyramid. Like if you were standing on the apex and you dropped a ball through the hole, that's where it would go. We don't use that for surface area, but we will use it for volume. The line that we're going to use for surface area is the slant height, which is the height of the actual triangle. Like if you were to unfold it, that slant height would be the height of the triangle. It's called a slant height because it's, slanty. All right, and then you've got a couple examples of different types of pyramids there. Okay, questions so far? Ready. All right, here is the formula for the lateral height of a pyramid. And just like the formula for the lateral area of a prism, it's not something you need to memorize. We're just going to find the area of each of the pieces. Yeah, I want to show you why this works. So I'm going to make a net. Oops, I need another one. A net of this example. So there is the lateral shapes of that pyramid. And I'm going to throw some numbers on there. So let's say this was a 2x2 square at the base. So then each of my triangles has a base of 2. And then the slant height, let's call it 3. So do you see how that height of 3 corresponds with this? It would be a cursive L if they did it right. The slant height in the 3-dimensional figure. So then there's the 2 ways to do the lateral area. You find the area of each of the 4 triangles and then just add them together. Each one has a base of 2 and a height of 3, so each one has an area of 6. Nope, an area of 3, because I forgot it's a triangle. We got to multiply by a half. So my lateral area with that method is 12. Each triangle has an area of 3, and there's 4 of them. So lateral area is going to be 12. We take a look at the formula, 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. It's the formula of a triangle with different letters. Area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. Lateral area is 1/2 times perimeter, which is going to be the base of the triangle all the way across. That's our bases. And then slant height is the height of our triangle. So it's still the formula of a triangle, but just doing all 4 at one time. To test to see if it works, 1/2 times perimeter. The perimeter of our square is 8 because each side was 2. Our slant height we said was going to be 3. 1/2 times 8 times 3 is, again, 12. So the formula does work. All right? So up to you. Do you memorize the formula? Or do you find the area of each triangle and add them up? And then surface area, you're just going to add that base. Ethan.
You could just find an area of one triangle and multiply how many triangles.
You totally can. If it's hopefully it's a regular polygon on the bottom. But yeah, find the area of one, and then there's 4 of them. So times 4. Easy peasy. But some of us like formulas, some of us like conceptual, so pick whichever clicks with your head. Alrighty, let's do this example where we have, see now, a slant height of 4. And this would be a cursive L, because when you write cursive letters, you write them at an italic, so they're slanty. Slant height of 4 and base of 2. I'm going to draw out the net because that's the way I work. You don't have to. Lateral area is 1/2 times base times height, but our base and height are different. That slant height gets transferred down to the triangle like that. So it's the actual height of the triangle. So each triangle has an area of even 4. Base is 2, height is 4, so 1/2 times base times height. If you said 8, you just forgot that 1/2. So my lateral area is going to be 4 times 4, 16. Yes, you can use a calculator. Does Crystalline need one too while you're up? All right, so our lateral area was 16. If we did it with the perimeter times slant height method, 1/2, perimeter of the square is 8, slant height is 4, you still get 16. All right, then we're going to add in the base. Our base is just a square, so it has an area of 4 units also. So total surface area is 20 centimeters squared. Okay, questions there? For the area of the base or the area of the triangles? Yeah, base times height, side times side. To get your total surface area. So just like yesterday, the assignment is split where the first half is lateral only and the second half is total surface area. So just watch those directions. And then it saves yourself a lot of pain. You don't have to find the area of hexagons and stuff like that. Okay. Cones is also in with pyramids because they're the same shape except it's curved instead of straight. They both come to an apex. It's not called a vertex in a cone. It's called an apex because it's not 2 different sides coming together. It's one side folding onto itself. The slant height is in the same spot as it was in a pyramid. It's the diagonal-ish spot. The vertical height is the same, and here we have radius instead of base because it's a circle. Now, for this one, the formula is super easy and might actually be beneficial to memorize. But it is similar to what the pyramid one was. In the pyramid one, we did 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. Well, here we have 1/2 times circumference, which is the same as perimeter, times slant height. It's the same formula. So if you can remember just the one and apply it to both, super beneficial there. It simplifies to pi r L because circumference is 2 pi r. So that 1/2 and the 2 just cancel out, and that's why it simplifies to pi r L, where L is the slant height. But then you're thinking of 2 formulas instead of 1. So I would stick with the 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. And they're still doing the 1/2 because when you unfold that cone, it's almost a triangle. So that formula is still going to work when you multiply the 1/2 because it's not a rectangle. Okay, go ahead. Circumference. That's the distance around the outside. Okay. I'll probably give you area and circumference. I don't know if I'll give you lateral area or not. We'll decide. All right, let's do an example here. Lateral area, 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. But in a circle, perimeter is circumference. Circumference is 2 pi times the radius, or pi times diameter times the slant height. So we need an R and an L. I don't know the R, but I need it. So what can I do to find it? Lily? Absolutely. The slant height and the vertical height form a right triangle. So she said Pythagorean theorem. Make sure your R is not in the C position. It looks to be the smallest side, so I'm going to put it first. R squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared. You get R equals 6 when you work that out. 1/2 times 2 times pi times 6. And what's our L? Yep. Ooh, that's the vertical height. But the L is slanty. Kelsey?
10.
It's the 10. Okay, so think about it this way. You're trying to find the surface area, right? So you're trying to find how much paper it takes to wrap this cone up. If you unfolded the cone, is that 8 touching it anywhere? No, it's kind of going right through the center of the cone. So it touches the ice cream, but it doesn't touch the actual cone part. So it's not part of the surface area. It's not actually part of the cone. We'll use it when we get to volume. We got to figure out how much ice cream we can pack in there, but not when we're just talking about the outside part, the surface area. Same thing on pyramids. You don't actually touch that interior vertical height with the wrapping. Okay, back to here. Now we've got all our stuff filled in. So 1/2 times 2 times 6 times 10 is 60 pi. So that is our lateral area part. Add the area of the base, which is pi r squared because it's a circle. So that's 36 pi. Total area, 96 pi meters squared. Yeah, you guys can just leave the stuff on your desk. I'll get it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming to get that done. Allie, you can just leave the calculator. All right, questions on the cone? Okay. So the formula you want to remember, 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. That'll get you all of them at the same time. The cone is a little harder to do piece by piece because that's not really a triangle. It's really a funky sector. But the formula still works. 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. Okay, so you now have the ability to do pages 5 and 6. They're all on pyramids and cones and just surface area. So that's what we're going to work on for the rest of the time.